Mental Break Podcast. Mental Break Podcast. Mental Break Podcast.
Ready, locked in.
Next interview on Mental Break Podcast, Dr. Marie Baker, author and prophet.
Tone. She's
Yes.
gonna set the tone.
Yes. Yes.
So, I am, again, Gary Brannon, life coach here on Mental Break. And I am really looking forward to tonight's interview with you, Dr. Baker, because it is going to be, I'm hoping, an hour of worship, a moment where whoever may see this are going to see opportunities to save their lives, to understand that, God is the beginning.
Oh, yes.
And he is the end.
Oh.
And I want to start off by asking you to tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us your journey and what got you to where you are.
My God. First and foremost, I always like to start out by saying I give glory to God just for life, because, without him, I'm assured I wouldn't be here today. I would probably be somewhere, as one would say, pushing up roses and daisies, if you know what I mean by that, or in someone's asylum as we're speaking, possibly bumping my head on the wall for being where I am for so long. But I am the proud mother of 3 wonderful children. I have 1 queen and I have 2 kings, being that of my 2 sons and my daughter. And by way of my 2 sons and my daughter, I am the proud grandmother of 4 grandbabies, as I call them. They call me, I'm not grandma, I'm sugar. They call me, I grew up poor, first and foremost, and I'm the baby out of 8 siblings, and I was just, as I said, the baby, but I was my mom's heart and my dad's heart. And growing up poor, I watched a lot of children, able to do things that I wasn't able to do, and that somewhat set me apart. I wanted to go places and do things that we could not afford to do. And with that being said, at a young age, just introducing, might as well just go into it. I found myself in the streets at a young age. But one thing about it, before I got there, as I just said, I was the youngest, and I held on to my mom's coattail. I learned everything that she could possibly teach me and instilled in me. So as one would say, being that of a broad area, half of my area was in the church. Growing up, it wasn't a thing to where don't meet her to the car. You better beat my mama to the car and be in there. Familiar. You know what I mean? Because you going to church. And my brothers and things, that was the thing for me. They were out in the world because they were older. So I'm looking at, okay, how you gonna make it to the car before mama get to the car? But anyway, so on that side, it was a thing where growing up in the church, me and my sisters, we used to sing and all that kind of stuff. You know how the mamas keep you in the church. But on the other end, once they got a chance, as one would say, to break free, I was in the world. I was in the club at a young age. So from there, it just happened from there. And a lot of things transpired. I found myself, in a bad marriage. From a bad marriage, we came out of that, dating kingpin drug dealers, and became a queenpin drug runner.
Lord have mercy.
Yes, what most people wouldn't understand and believe. They're like, oh, yeah, me, I did it. And from there, I did this for quite a while. And when I say queenpin, if I get a little, caught up, it's because, again, I thank God for deliverance. You see what I mean? And that word that you said when it came to the mental break and everything such as that, if I would have ever gotten caught, because I'm not talking about penny ante drugs, Mr. Brandon. I'm talking about keys of cocaine that I was running. Keys of cocaine.
Yes, Lord.
And if I would have ever gotten caught, as I just said to you, I possibly would have still been locked away right now. Bumping my head on somebody's prison wall for being there for so long. But God, and he gave me a way out. And I thank God for hearing his voice, to accept and receive it. But I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't an easy thing to do.